Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So today is Thursday, which means it is Booklist Thursday. Booklist Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with something book recommendation-ish related. I just messed that whole thing up, but it's all right. You get the gist. All right, so today's topic is one of my favorite topics, absolutely. It is found family. So books that have a theme within them of a group of characters that end up kind of finding each other and having this really, really special bond with each other. So I have 4 physical books and then a book I read on my Kindle that I want to talk about. First one is the very first one I thought of when I was thinking about this trope, I guess. And it, I believe, will make it onto Sarah's list as well because it's a pretty obvious one. But we have The House on the Rian C by T.J. Klune. Definitely a huge found family book. It's not just a sub plot in this book, but it's pretty major in this book. So this follows Linus, and I love Linus. He is a caseworker at the Department in charge of magical youth. He lives on his own. He has a cat. Very quiet life, very ordinary life. And he is summoned by extremely upper management and given a new assignment. So he has to travel to an orphanage on a distant island and determine whether 6 dangerous magical children are so dangerous, in fact, that they're likely to bring about the end of days. And he has to go check out and do like a site visit on this orphanage. When he arrives, he's greeted by a series of mysterious figures. The greatest mystery of all is Arthur. He is the master, and he runs the orphanage. As Linus and Arthur grow closer, Linus discovers the master would do anything to keep these children protected and safe. So this group of kids who are determined to be like the most dangerous of magical creatures have kind of found each other and created this really awesome family. You will love this. It's like a hug in a book. It's so, so great. Next one I want to talk about, we'll stick with kind of the little magical-ish one, is The Witches of Moonshine Manor. So we have a coven of witches. So there's your found family as it is right now. So there's 5 octogenarian witches who are trying to save their Moonshine Manor house. And then you insert, what's her name? Persephone. I'm like, I know it was a little bit unique of a name. So Persephone is a feisty TikToker eager to smash the patriarchy, and she kind of comes to their aid and is like, here's how I think we can save this Moonshine Manor with you. So that part, she also kind of joins in with this coven of witches, and it's this really great, it's just a great snarky-ish fun and wild ride. So I laughed at this a few times. Persephone is hilarious and will speak her mind along with the rest of the witches. It was fantastic. This is by Bianca Maris. It's a little bit different than her normal kind of writing, but I absolutely enjoyed it. Next one I want to talk about is a little steamy, but Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. Definitely has some found family elements in it. Our 2 characters, Anastasia and Nate. Nate finds kind of his own niche, his own family within his hockey team. He lives with a number of the players in their own little house. His family life is not fantastic. And so he kind of finds his place with these guys as kind of like, I will come in here and take care of them, and we are all brothers and we all have each other's back. So this is definitely a very spicy romance book between Anastasia and Nate. Anastasia's figure skater, Nate is hockey player, and we go from there. I further review at the end of my September for my wrap up. I'll let you know what I thought, but I did enjoy the found family aspect. Then I have A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Towles. This one follows Count Alexander Rostov in the 1920s. He is an aristocrat in Russia. He's sentenced to house arrest in this very grand hotel. And so he cannot leave. He is stuck there and he is all by himself. And as we kind of learn about how he is dealing with this house arrest in this grand hotel, we meet some other very unique characters who are also part of this hotel family, really, and how he connects with them, and how there's definitely a connection in here that I loved. It's such a beautiful book. It doesn't, like, that plot itself doesn't sound great now that I'm like thinking about it, but just go into it. It's such a fantastic book. I absolutely loved it. So definitely some found family there. And the last book I want to talk about, I read on my Kindle, and it is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. Found family all around. We have our two main characters, and now I can't think of their names, but they're best friends, and they are traveling nurses. They're kind of in this prime of their life where they just get to decide where they want to go next. They don't have anything really tying them down, and so they basically travel the country and make a killing of money doing it and doing the job that they love. So they end up traveling to Minnesota because one of them is very unlucky in love and basically has this curse upon her that she's like the last person somebody will date. So all of her previous boyfriends have dated her, and then the next person they date, they go on to marry. She ends up coming across a guy who has the same curse, and so they decide just for the summer they're going to date each other, and then the next people they date they will end up falling in love with. So it's a really fun, wild ride, but the connection the two best friends have is fantastic. It definitely has some found family vibes in it, and I loved that book. So those are my 5 recommendations for found family. I highly suggest all of them. It's a pretty wide variety of genres: historical fiction, romance, couple magical realism, fantasy type ones. I think you can find found family just about anywhere, and I love it. So head over to Sarah's channel, see what she has for us today. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite found family books, and I will see you next time.